The Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Honorable Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, has cautioned the media users against the misuse of media through abuse and publishing the untruthful information, and also highlighted that the government is developing ways to curb down this situation. Speaking on the 14th Communications Consumer Parliament organized by the Uganda Communications Commission held at National Teachers College, Kabale, Minister Baryomunsi continued to explain that there are many charges that may result from misuse of the media and internet, and highlighted on the protection mechanisms being developed to enforce cyber security in the country.
Technology that is going to control and regulate the use of social media. But most importantly, it is us, the users of social media, that should regulate ourselves and not allow to post things which are offensive, or things which can cause insecurity, things which can disrupt society. So we just want to caution Ugandans out there, but we are going to strengthen the way we regulate social media communication. So that if you misuse your communication through IT, through a computer and phone, there are offenses which are already created by law, and we are going to strengthen that law. But also, we are building capacity within the country in terms of personnel, but also technologies, to be able to protect Ugandans in the area of cyber security and cyber crimes. Because people can hack into people's accounts, people's phones, computers, and steal data and information which is private, or even access your bank accounts and steal money. People do money laundering using technology. So we are instituting all those technologies that help us fight.
He also said that the government is laying the national backbone infrastructure for the connection of the whole country to work under the control of one internet. He also adds that as the East African community, they are planning to have a satellite to connect the entire of East Africa under one internet connection.
It's possible to see that we make Ugandans be able to enjoy their country. You are raising issues like connectivity. As a government, we have been laying what we call the national backbone infrastructure. Within science, turi kubyara cable ngashiwaya yo kuleta internet utungo with connectivity, and we now have money to extend that cable, cover the whole country, and even do what we call last mile connections. We connect the hospitals, schools, and other institutions, so that internet and communication connectivity is available everywhere. But working out a project as the East African community to have a satellite, a regional satellite, which will help us supplement the existing technologies we are using to have connectivity everywhere. Because like we are laying the fiber, but it becomes a little bit costly to extend the fiber over Lake Victoria to the islands. But if you have a satellite, it automatically cover the area. Mountainous areas like Chigezi, Bujisu, so discussing with technology companies as the region to attract those companies to come and manufacture and assemble these devices from Uganda and within the East African region. For instance, we have a Chinese firm in Mbale which manufactures phones from Mbale. These mobile, and their price, the other day I launched their phone in Kampala, their price is quite low. There's another one, Namave, Simi, which assembles also phones and laptops, iPads, and the price is also low.
The Executive Director for Uganda Communications Commission, Mr. George William Nyombi, highlighted the core obligations of the Consumer Parliament as consumer empowerment and solving the challenges faced by the consumers. He also acknowledged the problems faced by the communication users like social media theft, mobile money theft, hackers, etc., and empowered the consumers to be vigilant and informed about tactics to ensure cyber security.
Informing our consumers to know who a fraudster is because you have profiled how these fraudsters present themselves, all of us know. In most cases, we have told our consumers they are really fleeced in the process of wanting to do things which also are fraudulent also in one way or another. For example, somebody tells you that you have won a prize through a lotto. Have you participated in any lotto? How do you get a prize from a lotto you didn't participate in? So our consumers need empowerment. And you have told people there are some principles. They need to know the person you are dealing with. Never deal with anybody in a digital space whom you do not know physically. That's one principle. Okay, the aspects, for example, I'm booking a hotel in a foreign country. Of course, they are verified websites, and we know how a verified website looks like. But of course, the fleecing doesn't always happen on websites, on these bookings. Fleecing happens on people who misrepresent themselves in the digital space. We believe them without knowing them in the physical space, and they fleece us. Never deal with anybody who talk with you on phone presenting themselves as XYZ without having known them in the physical space. Simple and clear. That's the rule. When you abide by that rule, nobody will fleece you. 2, never believe anything on social media before verifying it. There's another rule. Then you'll avoid misinformation. You'll avoid looking bad. Anything you saw on social media, verify it. Get it verified before you become part of the misinformation crusade. So that's it. So as a consumer empowerment is one of it. Of course, now we are producing guidelines when it comes to cybersecurity. Every person involved in the ICTs, especially providers, must have some minimum standards of cyber security, how they protect themselves against cyber attacks. Again, through our consumer empowerment program like this one we're having today, we want also to empower consumers on how to protect themselves in the cyberspace. Cyberspace works on PIN, cyberspace works on access control. In most cases, all cases, access control is in your hands. In most cases, we lose or our system get penetrated because we have given away our access control to other people whom we don't know or whom they have misrepresented themselves, who fleece us.
Mr. George from Laika Mobile, representing all telecommunications, informed the consumers about the cybercrime becoming a big threat to the telecommunication, in that it has installed a negative attitude of the consumers towards the telecommunication workers. He also applauded the regulators for trying their best to clamp down the cybercrime in telecommunications.
Yeah, it has affected us because it has changed the perception of our consumers. Our consumers actually believe that we are part of our workers are actually working with these criminals out there. So it is quite a challenge for us to clear this perception from our consumers, but we can assure you that we are doing whatever we can to make sure that we crack down these criminals, especially the guys that we get and the guys who are reported.
The Communications Consumer Parliament has been ongoing all over the country with the aim to solve the consumer problems and prompting impactful ICTs in Uganda. Samuel Awumuza, ABK Television.